Over under 3 years till Harbaugh has a G-Man in the Super Bowl.
Oh, God. Let's just pray it's the over, guys.
No, so confident to say it's the over.
Sports and culture all in one. Catch the fire, feel the fun. Andrew Sistad, glad unite. Philly and Y in the spotlight.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 90. A lot to get to on this episode. It was the first Eagles free, well, outside of the bye, but the first Eagles free weekend for you, dude, in a very long time. I know you are very happy about that. That's what you wanted all along.
It was great.
So we got we're gonna talk some John Harbaugh to the Giants. You are, it's over. The Eagles run's over. The Giants run of being bad's over. I know. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna definitely dive into the Bo Bichette news about to go to the Phillies. And then in come the Mets after losing out on Kyle Tucker. They swoop in and they steal Bo Bichette from the Phillies. Great for this podcast. Great for the New York Philly angle. So we'll talk about that. And then what else? We got the Yankees are waiting on Cody Bellinger. We have the Knicks are completely unraveling. Completely unraveling, having lost 9 of their last 11 now after losing today on MLK Day, getting blown out by the Mavs. Well, why not? I do want to get into a little bit about what you did without the Eagles this weekend. Okay. I find that just because so much, you wake up in the morning and you get dressed based on the colors that they're wearing. So much of your life is based on the Eagles. What do you do when the Eagles are not playing and eliminated? And then if we have time, we could talk a little bit about the divisional round and maybe the conference championship games coming up. I don't know how much you're paying attention. That will come from the previous conversation about what you do when the Eagles are eliminated. And then we do have a couple subscriber questions I do want to get to as well. We have 3. So let's dive into it.
All right, but first we react to the college football championship. 2 nights, Miami, Indiana. Oh my God, we gotta wrap this up, dude. I gotta watch the national.
I'm surprised you know who's playing
dude.
it. I'm surprised you know who's playing. Good job.
Come on, dude. This tight end from Miami, dude. I'm telling you, he's so good.
Well,
anyway,
yeah, People every year, people find it interesting. Like they're surprised that I'm not paying attention or I'm not going to watch the national championship because they think you're a big sports fan. I know you're not big college football, but it's a huge event. And it's like, I always tell people that
is it really?
It's just not who I am. No, it is. That's just not my personality. I don't just get into something for the big game. I'm not just all of a sudden now I care. I don't care. I don't care.
It's a big event if you live in Indiana or if you live in Georgia. Then sure.
Most sports fans feel there's something about it, like that big game, a championship game, that drives them towards it. They feel like they're supposed to watch. They're supposed to care about this game, even if they don't care about college football.
They're all conformists, man.
They are. I agree.
Not us. Look at us.
All right, let's start with John Harbaugh.
Ugh.
Your worst nightmare has happened.
Disaster.
The Giants have a quarterback. They have edge rushers. They have a number 1 wide receiver. They have a really good interior defensive lineman. They have a really good offensive tackle. And now they have a great head coach that is going to take them from this run of misery all the way to the top of the NFC East, probably to the top of the NFL. And the Eagles' run of dominance is over. The Giants' run of awfulness is over. Your run of happiness in life is over.
Yeah. I mean, that pretty much sums it up, man. It's a disaster. It's I mean, look, I've said this before, but how mad can I really be? I mean, we're coming off of 10 tremendous years for me as a sports fan. My favorite team was great and they won 2 Super Bowls, and the team that I hate the most was awful and they finished in last place like 8 times, and it was great and it was awesome. Um, but it's the NFL. At some point, teams are going to turn it around and they're going to get good, even if it's accidental. Like sometimes a team is going to, strike gold in the draft, or they figure something out with a free agent, or something starts to click. They get a good head coach. It's not like the NBA where you can be the Charlotte Hornets or the Brooklyn Nets and just be awful for your entire existence. Like eventually something's going to click for the team and they're going to be good again. And that looks like that's what's happening right now for the Giants. And brace yourselves, it's going to be awful. And dude, my biggest fear, like, here's what I thought about this weekend when I heard the news. So they're going to be good. Like, we all know that. And yeah, I certainly think the arrow for the Eagles is pointing down, and the trajectory that the Giants are on, like, there's nowhere to go but up, right? They got a pretty good roster, good quarterback. They still have a top 5 pick this year. They got a good, like, adult coach who's going to at least make them serviceable. 4th place schedule they're going to be playing this year, so everything is theirs for the taking. The thing that really horrifies me on a personal level is if this is the beginning of them being really good. Let's say they go on a good, like, 6-year run here, right, where they're really good. They go on a similar run that even if they don't win Super Bowls, right, but like they are good for the next 5-6 years. My oldest son will be going to kindergarten, and all of the kids in school are all going to be back in blue.
He's going to be a Giants fan.
Giants
That's your
fan.
fear. Wow.
It is like my biggest fear as a parent.
You better make sure he doesn't want to rebel against you.
Guys, don't take this too seriously, people. Relatively speaking, haha, joke, sports. Yeah, it is a very
dude. I wasn't gonna
dude,
say anything about.
Think about it. He's just starting to get into football with me. And like these are going to be his formative years, dude. Like I know that there's a guy that I work with who the same thing happened to his son. His son's a little bit older, but the guy I work with never into football. They're listeners of the podcast, so shout out to Corey and Caden if they're listening. But it's actually my boss's son got into football. My boss was never a big football guy, and now they're very much into it because his son had a bunch of friends at school that were Eagles fans, and they happened to win the Super Bowl that year, and now like their whole family just all love the Eagles, and it's great. And is it possible that happens with my son, where he goes to school and it's just a bunch of Giants fans? I'd like to think so, but you never know.
No, because you're going to have him so brainwashed to think that the Giants are like the devil that it doesn't matter. Anything that anybody that says positive things about the Giants is going to bother him, just like it bothers you. He might hate them more. The fact that he's going to be around them, and they're going to if they're good, he's going to develop this hatred for them if they're good. Because growing up hating a team and they're really good, that makes you hate them more.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
So
he's going to hate them. He's going to hate them more than you.
He would make me so proud if he did that. Yeah. No. But I mean, back to like actual, like real analysis. Yeah. I mean, I think it's objectively a great hire for them. And I think that they're going to be really good next year. And yeah, like I said, I think that the arrow is pointing down on the Eagles. There's so many question marks going into next year that I don't have a ton of confidence that they're going to be towards the top of the division or the conference again. But I suppose we will see. But yeah, I think it's a great move for them. And I mean, obviously there's a whole offseason to go, but they are better positioned to win the NFC East than probably any other team in the division at this point. So
Yeah, I don't think I wouldn't go to that far, but I do look. It's a good hire. I mean, they have a coach that that you can confidently say knows what he's doing. He knows who to hire. Well, he knows how he knows how to create a culture, and he knows how to hold players accountable, and he knows how to get the best out of players, and he knows how to get the best out of his coaching staff, and he knows how to work with the front office to bring in players that fit his mold. And I mean, he's had 18 years of success with the Ravens. Is that 18? I think it's 18 years. So, I mean, the floor, I think, for the Giants has been extremely raised. I don't look at them as like a 4 or 5 win team anymore. I think the floor is raised. I don't know about in terms of the success he's had with the Ravens. I think that's very hard to repeat. To have some great success, like you're saying, like a 6-year run of success where they're going deep in the playoffs. That's not easy. There's a lot of teams in the NFC. There's a lot of teams in the NFL. It's not that easy, especially I mean, you have Jackson Dart looked great, but he didn't play that many games. He got hurt a lot. He got concussed. So there's a lot that around on the roster that has to go right for them to actually have like a nice sustained run. But I definitely feel like very confident to say that the floors that this isn't where the days of them winning 3 games. That's not happening anymore. It's over.
without a doubt. And I think so. I don't know if like they're going to be. I don't know for sure that they're going to be like finished in first place in the division next year, but I'm saying for next year specifically, it's all set up for them to take it, right? 4th place schedule, top 5 pick, good coach, 2nd-year quarterback, getting Neighbors back, really good defensive line. I think you and I talked on the phone, but like really they're the only like weak point, which is a big one, but they could probably at least get some serviceable guys as their secondary. So
Yeah,
their corners are awful, and you need at least one
awful.
decent corner, which is pretty attainable, right? Whether they want to do that in the draft or, I don't know like their cap space situation, but I'm sure that they could get, even if it's like a 1-year, prove it kind of deal with someone, like they should be able to find someone serviceable. So
yeah, I do agree. They're a really good number 1 corner away from having all the important pieces out of the NFL roster: the quarterback, the coach, the star receiver, the edge rusher, and then you need that corner.
Not good.
And the offensive tackle too. They have that too.
Not good. They should have brought back Joe Judge or Ben McAdoo. Come on.
Yeah, sorry about that, man. At least you don't have to worry about it for a while.
Yeah, that's fair.
Next season. All right, let's move on. Let's talk another New York achievement.
We're starting off on a bad note today, man.
Yeah, this was a tough weekend for you.
Yeah. Come on.
So the Phillies, according to reports, had a deal in place with Bo Bichette.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to agree to, I forgot, was it a 7-year deal? I think it was 7 for $200.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then the Mets lost out on Kyle Tucker, and they pivoted and decided, let's go get Bo Bichette. And let's go give him 3 years, $126 million, $42 million a year. And Bo Bichette said, all right, Philadelphia, you're out. I'm going to Queens. Philly sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what he said. Actually, that was his quote after he signed the deal. Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, he was on the phone with Steve Cohen. He said, "Yeah, I didn't want to go there. I don't like cheesesteaks. What else do they have? The Liberty Bell."
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it sucked. Total like gut punch. I mean, it's kind of tough to, there's so much going on right now that it's like baseball off season is definitely like the last thing on the docket right now with
for you, maybe.
Yeah, but I'm just, NFL playoffs in full swing and NBA and NHL. So, but yeah, I mean, it was a big story. They were like, by all reports on the 1 yard line with this deal, and it fell through. and it didn't happen. And like, not only did it not happen, but he goes to
The Mets
your
stole him.
biggest
He
rival.
didn't fall through.
Your
The
biggest,
Mets
yeah,
just stole him. Yeah.
right. And just another disaster for Philadelphia. And on one hand, I don't really, it's tough. I don't really take them being good for granted, but I don't really expect them to like make any big splashes. It's been a few years since they did that. I mean, they made the Luzardo trade last year, and that was great. But in terms of just signing like a big free agent, it's been a few years, and yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. They're just gonna run it back again, and they're probably gonna have a very similar season to what they did last year. They lost Ranger Suarez to the Red Sox, and yeah, it's gonna be hard to get excited for this season again. Just knowing they didn't really make any big moves. They lost one of their best pitchers. They petered out in the playoffs yet again. So it's like, what do we have to be excited about? It's the same core. They're all a year older. They're all aging. They're not coming off super inspiring 2025 campaigns. They still have Alec Boehm playing third base, and he's gonna do his thing. They still have Nick Castellanos in right field. Like they're the exact same team, except they're down Ranger Suarez.
Yeah, and
their competition just got much better. So what are
and
we?
Their main competition, possibly, I would say main competition. Big, I guess the competition in terms of trying to get to the World Series, the Dodgers also got better, significantly better.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't bother me as much. Like, yeah, that's super annoying, but that's kind of a like cross that bridge when you get to it type deal. Whereas, I mean, this just affects your regular season, your division push, and yeah, just it's a real kick in the junk.
I really don't know where the Phillies go from here. I know they did. I wouldn't even call it a pivot. They reacted. I wouldn't call it a pivot. They reacted by giving JT Realmuto 3 years, $45 million, which I don't know if they were going to do that anyway. Not a good contract for them, but I guess they really needed him. There's not many options at catchers. But I don't really know what their option is now. I don't really know where they go. I don't know if it's the trade market, but I don't. By the way, I want this can kind of go into talking about it from the Mets perspective. I'm not a. I have a little bit of a negative bias towards Bo Bichette.
Here we go.
I've never been a Bo Bichette guy. I think. Remember? Do you remember? I just don't. I think he's an extremely overhyped player because he when you watch him hit, it feels good. It looks good because he's he makes a lot of contact, hits for a high average. But when you really break down the impact,
how many RBIs did he have last year?
Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure that he made great sense for the Phillies anyway. But so let me get into that now. The Mets get him, and they're playing him at third base. There's a lot of rhetoric. I've heard a lot of rhetoric, a lot of narrative out there saying that, well, he'll be able to play third base. He played shortstop. Yeah, he played shortstop horribly, which is why at age 27 he's not playing shortstop anymore. He wouldn't have went to the Mets if he was a good shortstop because he would have signed a big contract to play shortstop somewhere. So to say that he'll be fine at third base, position he's never played just because he played shortstop, well, he played it horribly, really, really horribly. So his arm's okay; it's not strong, and I don't know. It seems like an odd move to me for the Mets. The Mets make all these moves trying to improve their defense and trying to improve their run prevention, and then they bring in Bo Bichette to play third base on top of Jorge Polanco to play first base. It's kind of odd to me, but he does make the lineup better. Even though I'm not a huge Bo Bichette guy, his offensive impact is very clear. So let's see. Last year Last year, he put up a weighted runs created plus of 134, so 34% better than league average. And then for his career, he's 122, so 22% better than league average hitter. So he's a very good hitter. You know, he had a terrible 2024 season. He's a very good hitter. He hits for high average. He hits really well with runners in scoring position. But he's a player in his late 20s, young player that somehow has declined in foot speed significantly. His defense at shortstop was terrible, so the Mets are bringing him to play a new position and hope that it works out. That being said, he does have opt out, so he'll probably, if he has a good performance this year, he'll opt out, and the Mets will let him go after 1 year. But that's it from the Mets' perspective. For the Phillies, I know the frustration. Oh, like you're about to get an impact player, and then the Mets swoop in and steal him. I don't think this is a huge loss. I think the 7-year, $200 deal would have been a bad contract for the Phillies. I think this is actually a good thing for you.
Oh, you're so crazy, dude. What a silly way of thinking that is, dude. I mean, it would have been a bad contract. Come on.
Yeah.
They're all bad contracts.
What do you mean they're all bad contracts?
Every
Bryce Harper contract's been incredible. They're not all bad contracts. What do you mean? Wait, no. What do you mean they're all bad contracts?
I mean, like, they're all... So you think they're all bad contracts in terms of players are getting older and you're still paying them all a lot of money?
I think 7 years, $200 million for Bo Bichette specifically. I don't think they're all bad contracts. I think that would have been a bad contract because he's not a very good player when you put it all together. And if he's already has declining athleticism at age 27, what's it going to look like at age 32, 33, 34? That's going to look really bad.
Maybe. I suppose the draw is that you move him to being a DH as he gets a little bit older. I don't know what their plan is, but
well, the Mets don't have him for 7 years, so it's a moot point. But the Phillies would have had him for 7 years.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I think it would have been cool and fun to inject something new into this team. I think it would have really shored up the infield. I mean, it basically, so what you're telling me is that he's Alec Boehm with a much better bat, which like I would have signed up for.
Like, I don't know if they would have had him play second base, but
no,
anyway,
third base.
Well, I don't know if the Phillies would have had him play second base.
They would have had him play second base?
Maybe.
No, I think they would have had him play third base.
Why?
Because Alec Boehm. Because he's better than Alec Boehm, no?
He's better than Bryson Stott also, though.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
I don't know what their plan was. They could he theoretically he could play either. He's never played third base. He played second base in like 3 World Series games or whatever it was, 4 World Series games, and the Jays were in a rush to get him out of the game each time. Anyway,
whatever.
I do agree with the point that the Phillies they need an injection of an impact player from outside the organization into that core. I agree with that.
Yeah, this is the same core. Think about it. This is like the same core from 2022.
Yeah.
It's now it's going to be 4 years after that. That's nuts.
It is crazy, for us, especially for Dombrowski, to not be active. That's not been his MO throughout his general managing career.
Absolutely. I know that.
Yeah. All right.
You must be so mad, dude. You must be so mad that the Red Sox got Ranger Suarez, huh?
I'm not mad. The Red Sox.
I'm gonna miss that guy. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Love. He was like everyone's favorite Phil over the past 4 or 5 years. Great dude. Gonna miss him. Whatever. He got paid. They couldn't afford him.
There was no reason to pay that kind of money to a third starter or whatever it would have been.
Yep.
All right. Let's just get to the Yankees real quickly. There's not much to talk about here. Have you heard about anything that's going on with these Cody Bellinger rumors?
No, but the one thing I just want to say, I'm in a group chat with some Yankees fans,
Okay, let's hear this.
And a couple of them were actually, riddle me this, picture this. Yankees fans complaining that the Dodgers are quote unquote getting all the good players. And I'm just like, that is so rich coming from a Yankees fan. Do you not see the irony? This is how we all felt. Yes. This is how we all felt 20 years ago when this was the Yankees. So, yeah, doesn't it suck when another team is doing it?
I don't think it sucks.
Does. Oh, of course it does.
So I don't know, dude.
How do you not think it sucks? What is wrong with you? Are you I root for greatness guy now? What are you talking about? It doesn't suck.
No, me and almost all
the only people who don't think it sucks live in Southern California
or Japan.
Yes, fair enough.
No, I don't think it sucks because I don't think it sucks. And okay, hold on a second.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Come on.
I don't think it sucks because...
All right, let's hear your reasoning why. No, because they're smart. They're being smart. We get it. No, it still sucks. No one's saying that what they're doing is against the rules or, we get it. They're finding a loophole and they're exploiting it.
There's no loophole.
There's no loophole. What are you talking about? It still sucks.
What's the loophole? There's no loophole. They didn't find a loophole. They signed a contract. There's no loophole. You're talking about the deferred money as a loophole? Teams have been doing that. Teams have been doing that for a long time.
Okay,
the Dodgers are just doing it more.
So they're right. Okay.
Yeah, but the players
doesn't mean that the product. It doesn't mean that the product of. You know what I mean. Stop playing semantics. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Let me respond to the first thing first. Let me get to the first thing about this group chat you had with Yankee fans who were complaining that the Dodgers get all the good players. All the Yankee fans I talked to were on the same page as me. We're not complaining about it. We wish the Yankees would do that still, and we admire what the Dodgers are doing. And that kind of goes into what I'm saying.
Every fan wishes that their team would do that.
Yeah, I don't think it sucks. I admire them. They should. What they're doing is they have had tremendous success. They've won World Series. They have great players, and instead of just being comfortable with it, being happy, content, let's get better. Let's improve our chances. Let's just not rely on all these guys to recreate what they've done the last couple of years. Let's add more high impact players. I think I admire them. I have great admiration for what the Dodgers are doing.
That is so lame, dude. I'm sorry.
Why is that lame?
So, first of all, your point to I don't fault the Dodgers for trying to get better. Of course I don't. But I can still both things can be true. I think obviously they do a great job, but it still sucks for baseball for us to all know that the Dodgers are going to be hoisting another trophy.
See, that's not true though. But that's not how baseball works though. They're not going to be.
Yeah, I know. I know that's not.
They're locking themselves into being like a top 2 or 3 team in baseball in the regular season. They've locked themselves in that. They have no concern at all about making the playoffs. That's
of course
that's easy. Being a top 3 team, probably a top 2 team in baseball in the regular season is also pretty much a lock. But winning a World Series is not a lock. You just lose a couple games.
I know. I get it. But it's still lame. Whatever. You think it's great. I think it's psychotic to think that that's great. I think
it should push other teams to keep pushing to get better.
Oh my gosh. Here we go.
What do you mean? You don't agree?
Well, what are they going to do? Their hands are tied. All of the it's like the Warriors with Kevin Durant. It's like, oh, you're basically just saying, oh, get better, other teams. It's like, well, there's not. They can't just snap their fingers and get better.
It's a lot different than the Warriors.
It doesn't work like that.
It's a lot different than the Warriors. But
you know what I'm saying. It doesn't work like that for every team. For the Dodgers, for you to say every team should just quote unquote get better.
That's not what I said, though. But that's not what I said. Every team should push to do more. Every team should push to do more. So the teams the big market teams like the Yankees, the Mets, the Phillies, these teams should be spending more. These teams shouldn't.
Agreed.
They should be more active. They should be more aggressive. They shouldn't just be okay winning 92 games and making the playoffs, which all these teams are, including the Yankees. They should be trying to. The Yankees should be looking at this and saying, in order for us to seriously compete, well, they should feel motivated and be like, you know what? Yeah, we might be projected right now to be the best team in the American League, but that's not good enough. Let's go trade for Freddie Peralta. Let's make sure we keep Cody Bellinger, which let me get into that. So Cody Bellinger, apparently the Yankees are bidding against themselves. I don't know if that's true, but
Wait a
all
minute.
the reports.
Hold on. The Yankees want Cody Bellinger back? Whoa.
Is this sarcastic? I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, the joke is that, remember the crazy overpay. They traded like an extra prospect for him, and everyone was so mad because they thought he wasn't good anymore. Yes, they were. I know it was the contract, right? Oh, no, remember last year we had a conversation this time last year, and you're like, oh, they're going to be overpaying $8 million a year for him this year.
That wasn't the contract. That wasn't the conversation. The conversation was you saying the Yankees got him for nothing, and I was explaining to you that they didn't get him for nothing. The Cubs, the value the Cubs got in return was getting off the contract. That was the conversation. I said it was a good.
Why would you want to get off the contract for someone who's really good? We don't have to revisit it, but anyway,
because he wasn't good. He was coming off a season when he wasn't good, and also playing at Yankee Stadium helps his slugging numbers, his offensive numbers significantly. Anyway, he's a free agent. He's still out there. The Yankees. There's all these reports about the Yankees.
Sound like a casual
5
dude.
years.
Come on.
Yeah, Yankees gave offering him 5 years, and Dodgers. Bellinger wants 7, and he still sits there. We're about 3 weeks away from spring training, so maybe the Mets, maybe the Phillies. How about the Phillies getting on this?
Maybe. I wouldn't expect much from them, but maybe. Yeah, maybe they'll do what the Mets did and swoop in at the 11th hour. Maybe the Red Sox will do it, and you'll see how it feels.
It won't work it doesn't work for the Red Sox, but for their roster. But maybe the Phillies, maybe the Mets. I'll see how it feels. That's good.
You wouldn't care. Yeah. Thank
you.
All right. Maybe he'll go to the Dodgers, and it'll be great. And it'll be so cool.
If I was him, I'd go to the Dodgers.
He should. Yeah, he should.
I'd go to the Dodgers. If I was him,
yeah,
I'd call them up.
Garrett Cole should demand a trade to the Dodgers, and then you could say, "Oh yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great what they're doing. It's so cool. Come on, man.
Yeah, they should do that.
They should. Yeah. They should trade they should trade their fourth starter in their low A system for Garrett Cole.
You know what the Dodgers should do based on what you and everyone is saying? The Dodgers should just tell Shohei Ohtani, we're too good. Why don't you not come to spring training this year? Just take the year off. We're just too good. It's not fair to the other teams. We don't want to be mean to the other teams.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
All right. I don't know why we waited this long to get to it, but let's talk New York Knicks.
Let's do it, man. Fill me in.
The New York Knicks have completely, and I don't talk like this. They've completely unraveled. You are not
hyperbolic. Wow.
They've completely unraveled. They've lost 9 of their last 11 games. They even going back before this, they weren't playing well. They were winning games late. Big comebacks in the fourth quarter, like Christmas Day. The Knicks starting 5 has been playing poorly for a month now, and they've completely unraveled. I mean, there's Cat's not getting back on defense. Cat's not hustling. Mike Brown's criticizing him in the post-game press conference for not hustling. The players look annoyed at each other. They've had some injuries. Brunson missed a couple games. Hart missed a couple games, and it's bad. I mean, they were a game out of the 1 seed, and it looked like they were the favorites in the East. And it's kind of hard to explain how this has happened, because they were clearly one of the elite teams in the league, and today in their game against the Mavs, they gave up 75 points in their first half.
What?
They can't defend. The effort on defense is just pathetic. So I don't know what's going on. I think that I really have to make a guess that there's something going on in the locker room that like there has to be because the players they look like they hate each other on the court. Not all of
No
them,
way.
but specifically like they look like they can't stand Cat. It's really bad.
Oh my god!
It's horrible.
Oh my god!
And Cat's shooting has been terrible all season, and his understanding. Like for a while, I was saying, look, they're winning games, they're playing great. Everyone else is playing great. Cat's just not shooting well. But the shot still hasn't come around, and his body language is terrible. His effort on defense is terrible. His effort on screens is it's just really bad. And the numbers with Brunson and Cat on the court together are really bad. The numbers with the starting five are back to where they were last year, like with Tibbs. They're just not good together. So,
whoa,
I don't know.
This is nuts, man.
Yeah, wow, I'm not going to write them off. It's January. I'm not going to write them off and say they can't, go get into the playoffs, go through the East and make the finals. But that seems like that's no longer the conversation. I think around the Knicks, it's not. Let's get to the playoffs. Can they make the finals? They're now the 3 seed. They just look terrible.
3 seed behind the Pistons and who's the 2 seed?
The Celtics.
Wow. Who'd have seen that coming? Do you think that this is just do you think it's just like mid-season swoon or like
I did for a while, like in the beginning stages of this, but now 2-9 in 11 games. That's again, it's
wild,
not just
man.
those. They were playing badly. They were winning some close games late before that. They really have. Going back to the NBA Cup,
like the Philadelphia. It sounds like you're describing the Philadelphia Eagles to me right now, man. Don't like each other, winning games late, playing poorly. I don't really know what to say. Locker room, that's weird to hear, right? Because they're all best friends and they all went to Villanova together, right? Like that's
those guys are fine. Those guys are
fine.
Right.
But the energy, we don't like to use the V word on this podcast. Yes. I said we don't like to use it. Yes.
No, you love it. Say it.
We choose energy here. But the energy was so great last year, right? Because it was the Nova Knicks and everybody loved it and they were so much fun.
That was actually 2 years ago. But
I think it was like that last year too, especially during the playoffs, right? The Celtic series, the city was on fire.
During the playoffs, but during the season, it was a lot of this. With all this talent, is this team not like they won 51 games? But like, why isn't this offense working? Why is the starting five not like? Why are they such a middling unit together? Why is their net rating like league average? The starting five should be really good. And at the beginning of the year with Mike Brown this year, it seems like all problems all fixed. They shoot threes, they move the ball more, and they get into their actions quicker. And now it's all gone. It's completely unraveled. It's crazy.
Wow. Well, we've said many times, Cat is just too soft. He's just too soft for New York. Say what you will. Michelle Bridges, way too soft for New York.
Way too soft for New York.
Bench doesn't do anything. I'm sorry to hear this, man. Wow. But they're still the 3 seed. That's still good. They'll probably end up being the 2 seed by the time the season comes to a close.
If they turn around and start playing better.
I think they're going to start to turn around and play better. They have too much talent to do that, to just be bad for the rest of the season. Don't you think?
Yeah, I do think, but it's hard to. I would have said they have too much talent to go through a 2-9 stretch. Also, like I could see a bad stretch 5-6. Like 2-9's pretty alarming. And just blown out. You gave up 75 points to the Mavs in the first half today.
That's crazy.
It's been a lot of that. It's been a lot of game blown out by the Pistons. A lot of just looking Getting
Philadelphia blew them out a couple weeks ago.
Sixers beat them twice over the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks run back-to-backs both those games, by the way.
Oh, or so I've heard.
You've heard a lot of people mention that to you?
They
don't let you forget
that's what they say. Yes. Yeah, you can't believe me. It's all over the interwebs.
The interwebs?
Yeah.
I never heard it called the interwebs, but okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the Knicks.
Sorry, man.
Hopefully they could swing a big blockbuster trade, Cat. Get Giannis in here to save the season.
Toughness in here, yeah. Toughness and grit.
I don't really that's people are talking about that. That's not happening in season. Maybe off season, but that's not happening in season. The Knicks will make some like small trade. They'll trade like Yabusele, who's been just my god, he's been so bad.
I can't believe that, dude. I guess I can.
So bad,
but he was a good guy. He's a good guy off the bench for a bad team. He's going to come in, he's going to play hard, he's going to, hit the occasional three, but he's not really a winning player.
No, I agree. And let's move on to the next thing. I really want to talk about this. I want to hear this.
Okay.
What did you do without the Eagles this weekend?
I enjoyed life so much more, dude. It was great.
Yeah?
I watched a lot of football actually. And it was amazing. It was awesome. It was so great, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Better than if the Eagles were playing.
10 times better, dude. Like so much better, so much more fun. I've had like a couple epiphanies while watching these football games. It's funny.
Oh boy.
It's weird because I hate to make it about the Eagles, but like I kind of have to because I host.
That's what you do.
I'm a podcast host, and
that's
I
what
talk
you do
about
anyway.
the Eagles a lot. But I watched a lot of football. It was great. I'm not like stressing thinking about Eagles playoff football that may have been looming throughout the course of the weekend, and it was good. Good time with the family. No stress. And then
but you watch the games.
Watch the games, yeah, and they were all like great. And I'll tell you what, like the bad parts of the games were only one of the teams that I was rooting for won. So unsuccessful hate watches, as the kids would say. But yeah, I mean the biggest thing that stood out to me is like football is so much fun. Like the Eagles do not play the sport that I watched this weekend. Like they don't play it. That's not like they don't. They don't
play offense like the Texans.
They don't play offense like any team over the weekend. Like they just don't.
But how about the Texans? The offense doesn't look better than that.
None of them. You
didn't watch that game, did you?
I did. I watched a lot of that game. Yeah, I mean, the quarterback was horrible, but there was still people open. And yeah, the offensive line was not very good, but football was so much fun. And like watching people complete passes is fun and it's cool. It's cool to look at. So part of me was like, wow, like this is awesome. And there's no stress. It was great. Like I don't have to worry about like even if the Eagles like say like last year the Eagles like if they were to play on the Saturday and you still have like you're still kind of stressing over the games because like if they advance it's like all right, well who are they going to play? How are they going to match up against this team? So you're still kind of not stressing, but you're still pretty dialed in and you have like really significant rooting interest because you want your team to play, one team more than the other. So there was none of that. And it was just stress free and you get to just like sit back and enjoy and watch like awesome football all weekend. And most of the games were super entertaining. And it's just why like it's why I'm just so dumbfounded. Like when people say that they like college football more than like the NFL, it's like, do you have eyeballs? Like how did the college football playoff compare to what we saw this weekend? It was a joke. It's awful. It sucks. And all the games except for the Seahawks game were great, and they were just like wildly entertaining. And I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I got to watch I watched more football this weekend because when the Eagles play, I have to turn all football has to go off because I don't want to know what's going on in the Eagles game, and they'll always have the score bug and the game break. They'll come and they'll say the score, so I really have to avoid
Well, not during
football at all
playoffs.
costs.
But but no, during the season you don't really
During
watch
the
football
season-
outside the Eagles. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm a casual, so I thought it was great. It was a ton of fun, and again, only one team that I wanted to win advanced, so that kind of sucked. But other than that, it was awesome.
Who advanced you? Oh, so you're rooting against the Rams. You're rooting against the Patriots. We discussed this last week, and you're rooting against the 49ers. At least you got one. At least that happened.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. The conference championships are the Pats. What a path they got here.
Ugh, can you believe it? I can't believe it, dude.
I know.
By the way, what the hell? What was that? From the Texans. What on earth were they doing?
It was so bad. Can
one thing that I saw, a couple things. So here's the other thing. So two things can be true, right? Again, going back to the way that I am viewing these games through the prism of my Eagles glasses. So one hand, football's super fun. It's exciting. Complete like these big chunk plays and rhythm and guys being open, like all of that seems so foreign to me. But on the flip side, like I know it's really boring to watch the Eagles, but like they would have never done what the Texans did yesterday. Like all the Texans, like if the Eagles would have beaten the Patriots yesterday, because the Eagles would not have turned the ball over 5 times like that. Some of these,
of course not.
Some of these passes that this guy was throwing, it was like, dude, I felt like 3 of the interceptions that he had, he could have ran for first downs, but he for whatever reason just decided to throw like wobbly ducks into triple coverage, and they were getting picked off.
Should they have put in Davis Mills, you think?
I don't think so. What? I don't know. I don't know.
You really can't play quarterback worse than that. You really can't play the position worse than CJ Stroud.
Yeah, it was pretty shocking, pretty jarring to see.
And now they get now they get Jarrett Stidham. Now they get the Broncos without Bo Nix.
Unbelievable. And that guy Stidham sucks.
He does.
He is awful, dude. He is. And before someone comments on YouTube, relative to other NFL quarterbacks. Okay?
You see what Sean Payton said?
Yes, he can probably throw a football better than me. Before anyone comments
Sean
on
Payton
it.
said that. Oh no, we love him. We all season I've been saying that we have 2 competent quarterbacks.
My
but what else is he going to say? Oh, he sucks. We're screwed.
I agree. What is he going to say? But this guy's awful. This guy lost to Tommy DeVito in 2023.
Do you give the Broncos any chance? Because I actually give them a chance to win the game.
I give them somewhat of a chance. They're home. They still have a pretty good roster. Good defense. If he can manage a game, if he could just be a good game manager and get the ball to his playmakers and let his defense do their thing. And again, they're at home. Of course they have a chance. I don't think that the Patriots, I wasn't that impressed by them. I don't think that they're like this juggernaut. They're
not. I agree.
They were gifted 5 awful turnovers and still only put up 28 points. And a lot of them, I think I read. I heard some kind of stat 3 drives that they put together 3 drives, obviously when they scored. But other than that, I think they had 9 drives where they totaled 2 yards out of 9 drives. They were like completely shut
Well,
down. So
they went against a good defense, and the conditions weren't good for offense. Also,
for sure. But yeah, the Broncos also have a good defense and a good roster, and I think I would definitely pick the Patriots to win, but yeah, I don't think it would be like the most shocking thing in the world if Denver pulled off the upset.
I'm with you. I'm probably gonna take the Broncos like the spread. We'll see what the spread ends up at.
Yeah.
But what do you think about the NFC? Seahawks, Rams? You're probably gonna say the Rams.
I think probably the Rams, but another thing, like, could you just how embarrassed should the front office of the Philadelphia Eagles be after watching the 49ers get their asses kicked on
Wait, why the
Saturday?
front office though? Why the Eagles front office? Why not the Eagles coaching staff and players?
I mean them too. Well, cool, because they're incompetent and they're idiots. But like
the whole Eagles
front
organization,
office, the whole Eagles organization. Yeah, I mean, could you imagine like, and like defense is supposed to be the Eagles' calling card, and I mean that's what a real defense should have done to the 49ers. And that's what an NFL offense should have done to the 49ers defense, And I mean, the fact that they didn't beat that team at home was I mean, looking back, it's a disaster. I mean, it's embarrassing. I hope that they feel shame and that they feel embarrassed because, I mean, that was so bad. Seattle throttled them for 3 hours.
Yeah. For sure.
And the 49ers even had Ricky Pearsall back. So it's like the level of defensive dominance, it's like nothing we've ever seen before, dude. I mean,
how did they lose
Pearsall? I mean,
how did they lose with the Hall of Fame receiver?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. And they even shut down Demarcus Robinson, man. He had no catches. It's crazy.
Wow. Oh my God. He was too tired from that game.
Yeah.
The Eagles.
Yep.
All right. Subscriber questions. We have 3.
Okay.
At GWAS73. Why don't the Phillies pivot to Cody Bellinger? Well, we kind of already talked about this. Why don't they? You tell me why not.
Why don't they? I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't pivot to any good position player that that could help their lineup and help their defense. Why don't they dump Castellanos and get Bellinger? I don't know. Sign me up. That'd be great. Let's do it. I don't know.
Yeah, they should.
I agree. I absolutely think they should. I'm in the mindset of get the good player. So it's not. I'm not like you where I'm worried about AAV and like contracts. I don't care. Give me the player.
You say
Give me
that
Bo Bichette for 7 years.
Yeah, but hold on a second.
But they're already
my
there,
retort
though. I know, but they're already there. Like next year, these guys are all going to be in their mid to late 30s, and they're going to be bad anyway.
Yeah, but the goal. Yeah, okay. You're not worried about the team in 6 years from now, but 6 years from now, you will be frustrated when they're not good and they have bad contracts and they can't.
Sure,
they're tied up. So
yeah, no, for sure. But I think
okay.
if you believe that you have a core that can win now, which I don't, but if that's what the front office believes, then like you have to capitalize. You got to add, and you can't just keep running it back.
What's the outfield right now? They have Adolis Garcia, they have Marsh, and they have Crawford. Right, that's the plan.
I guess
Justin Crawford, their top prospect.
Yeah.
So
Castellanos.
Castellanos, I think, is either going to be a bench player or they're going to just DFA him and get the money. But yeah, they should do something like that. They should be in on Cody Bellinger. That'd be huge for them.
Yeah.
If you're going to spend that money in Bo Bichette, I don't know why you wouldn't at least entertain the idea.
Yeah.
There has to be they have to be trying to make a trade. I don't know if it's going to work out, but they have to be trying to do something to improve this roster. if they were going to give Bo Bichette 7 years, $200 million, they really want to improve the roster. They have to be trying to do something.
Yeah.
All right. At _muchacho.
Muchacho. Yes.
Muchacho.
Not
Are you sure?
I'm positive. He is Spanish. whoever this is. And it means a boy.
It does?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Or like a guy.
Okay. Not the guy.
Is Spanish for a.
No, it's un.
Right.
It's
un muchacho.
All right. _muchacho. Bo Bichette, a guy who's never played third is going to play third when defense reeked last year? I agree with this question. I agree with the sentiment in this question, which is the tone it reads a little bit of a cynical one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, from muchacho.
Oh my god.
I agree, though. I agree. I wouldn't feel great about paying Bo Bichette $43 million a year to play. And I looked them Cohen. It's a short-term deal. Max 3 years. It's not that big of a deal for the Mets. It means nothing for the Mets, really. But I would be concerned about him playing third base. I'm assuming that the Mets are sophisticated enough to have a scouting department and an analytic department that teams up on this and goes over all what they see and all the metrics, the arm, the range, things like this, and determine that we believe he's going to be able to play a sufficient third base. I assume. But perhaps this is just a we didn't get Kyle Tucker overreaction. I don't think David Stearns would do that, but maybe Steve Cohen would. I don't know. But it's a good
They actually have there's a wing in the lab that converts position players from one position to another. So
oh, dude, you know what's funny?
That's where he's at right now. He's in the lab. He's in
that
the
pitching coach,
shortstop to third base room right now.
Yeah, the pitching lab pitching coach is no longer with the club. And also, I don't know if you heard this, but the guy, their base running guru, who Soto credits for his career year in stolen bases, that guy was fired or not brought back.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Mets labs, they need to get some more lab coats.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, last subscriber question. This is especially for you, dude.
Okay.
At NYGF_N1992.
So New York Giants fan. 1992.
Okay.
I assume.
So he is okay.
But fan was probably taken. So they just underscore. Anyway.
Let's ask him. Yeah.
Over under 3 years till Harbaugh has a G-Man in the Super Bowl.
Oh God. Oh God. Let's hope. Let's just pray it's the over, guys.
No, I so confident to say it's the over. Think about this.
NFC's wide open, dude. Come on.
Harbaugh's a great coach, right? And he had an established roster with a you would disagree with this, but I would say great quarterback with the Ravens.
Okay.
The last 3 years they didn't make the Super Bowl.
You're right, but he had them in pretty good. He had them in pretty good position to do so.
Yeah, they also had the Chiefs in the AFC and stuff, but it's not a.
They were in the championship game. Yeah, they were in the championship game in 23, and they lost a hard-fought game to the Chiefs.
Yeah,
and then last year they had the Mark Andrews drop against the Bills, and who knows?
Yeah, that's right.
Who knows what happens there?
But that's my point. Is that my take was a very simplistic, and yes, it's not really a fair see. It just shows though that it's hard to get to the Super
Yes.
Bowl. And
Yes.
even with an established roster that he already had, he's been there at that point. It's over the last 3 years, 16, 17, 18 with the Ravens. Has the coaching staff. He has these players. He has the culture. And they still didn't make a Super Bowl. So the point is, the Giants roster coming off, a 3-win season? What did they win? 4 wins? Four?
I think 3. I don't know.
So coming off that, to think that the Giants within 3 years are going to be the Super Bowl, it's possible, but I'm confident to say over 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I think that's pretty good number for an over/under. But I mean, the one thing that we can cling on to for hope is that, I mean, this probably goes without saying, but anyone could be good in Baltimore, I mean, it's like down in Maryland, nobody cares. But
can he do it in New York?
Can you do it in New York with that market and the media and WFAN? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what radio station they got down in Baltimore. Probably, it's probably nothing too impressive. Probably very easy on the players.
They have, in New York, we have the New York Daily News and the New York Post. What do they have in Baltimore?
They got the Baltimore Sun. The Baltimore Sun. Barely. Yeah. Oh my God! How pathetic! I mean, come on.
No, if you want to really test someone's character, we're going to test John Harbaugh's character now. Can he handle this? Yeah.
Time will tell.
Good luck. Yeah, highest paid coach, biggest market, franchise, legendary franchise. It's on.
Let's go.
I mean, just think about what Tom Coughlin, Bill Parcells, the ghosts of the past. The pressure's on.
Tom Coughlin. Oh my God.
All right. Anything else?
That's it. That's all we got.
That's it. That's it. Everyone. One more thing. Sorry. I don't know if you saw this today. We had something happen today for us. Do you know what happened today?
I'm going to assume that we hit 3,000.
We hit 3,000.
Wow. Oh, I looked this morning and it was 296.
Yeah.
Wow.
We hit 3,000. The Eagles Mourning the Eagles episode has been increasing those subscribers and getting those views. We're at 3K. Wow. Congrats, dude. You did it.
Good job.
Good job,
You did it.
We both did it.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Please give us a like. Please subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Sports and culture all in one. Catch the fire, feel the fun. Andrew Sistad, glad unite. Philly and Y in the spot.